My name is Jess Bowers. I've been a volunteer and a volunteer barn manager at Cedar Creek for the past 3 years, and I've been working with horses since I was 12, and I'm 29 now, so that's quite a long time.
So these are some of our therapy horses. That's Clyde. He was bought with a grant from the Christopher Reeve Foundation. And he services a lot of our larger riders. We're actually going to be using him this summer in a program called Horses for Heroes, where we're going to provide riding lessons for some veterans from the VA hospital. This is Dickens. He's one of our newer therapy horses. He'll actually be starting this session too, hopefully with Charlie and Coulter as well. So he hasn't really been in lessons yet, but we've been working with him. And he should be ready to go. And that's Compañero. He's one of these two Pasafinos that we got, you know, hoping that Pasafinos would be good for therapeutic riding, but he's an example of a horse that hasn't worked out here. He's just too high-strung. Charlie and Coulter are up at the arena. I'm just filling this tank back here because they have a pond, but it freezes over in the wintertime, so if I don't fill this tank, they don't have water. There's a lot of stuff during the off season that's sort of, people don't realize that we have to do it, you know, like filling water tanks, picking ice balls out of the horse's hooves, you know, just all sorts of stuff to make sure that they're healthy and they're ready for us when we start sessions. So I usually come back here and I try to love on everybody too, just to, you know, help them remember that they have a job. You know, when I first came out here, I was really just looking for some horses to ride. And when I first came out here, I was just really struck by how beautiful it is out here. And also the variety of horses that we have. You know, we have all different breeds, all different ages of horses, you know, just a really wide array of horses.
My name is Karen Grindler, and I've been living in Columbia since 1977. Cedar Creek started in 1987. The concept of it was formed. Therapeutic riding in the Missouri area, we did not have one. I was watching television one evening, and I saw a therapeutic riding center out of Minnesota in operation, and I was taking horseback riding lessons at the time. And it looked like a great way to interact with people, but be outside. There is no mechanical apparatus that can imitate the human walk, but the horse does. So if you take a person whose lower body is sitting in a wheelchair or walking with mechanical aids, if they have difficulty with their gait, and you take them off that chair and put them on the back of that horse, that movement from the horse goes up through the rider, into their hips, into their spine, into their shoulder, and that rocking, rotating movement will give their hips and body the same exact motion of walking. Charlie and Coulter we accepted into the program because they're the right age. They're 18. That's just perfect for us, what we like out here. I like the breed of the quarter horse. I've had a lot of luck in the last 22 years with quarter horses. They're a very sound, sensible, calm animal, very easy to work with, very easy to train. So they fit two criteria that we like to begin with. They'd already been trained, had been trail riding horses, had done a lot of traveling in horse trailers, seen a lot of things, and some people that live very near here to Cedar Creek, an older couple had just got tired trail riding on them. So they wanted to donate them to the riding center. So right now what we do at Cedar Creek when a horse is donated is we accept them for a 3-month trial period, and during that time we see if they have what it takes to make it here as an equestrian horse. They have to be easy to catch, remain calm when they're tied, remain calm when they're groomed, be calm under saddle, be calm when they're led, be unflappable for loud noises.
A horse is a working animal, which is different from the sort of companionship that you would have with a dog or a cat or something that's just a pet. You know, a horse is an animal that you can have a working sort of partnership with. And I love how they all have their own personalities, and it's interesting to find out whether or not their personalities are suited to the type of work that you're trying to do. You know, just like people, they have good days and bad days, and it's sort of fun to, you know, to learn who they are as you're working with them too. Charlie has particularly good breeding. His full name is Sailwind Charlie. His father was Sailwind Sam, who's a pretty well-known quarter horse sire around this area. And Coulter's full name is Oak Strawboss. And what sort of pleased us about him is that he's actually distantly related to one of our best therapy horses, Kid.
When we start doing lessons with them, one of the things they'll need to know is to stand tied like that before the lesson and when we're grooming them. So this is all part of the routine, just to get used to being tied.
Charlie has been really a great little student for us. He's not bothered by loud noises. He's not bothered by you know, crowds. He really, you know, he knows his job, and he's been just wonderful from day one. Coulter, on the other hand, is a little more high-strung, a little more, probably a little more intelligent than Charlie, which, believe it or not, is a bad thing when you're talking about horses, because Coulter has a lot of ideas of his own, and one of those ideas is maybe not listening to people as much as he should. So he's a little bit of a stinker. They're very attached to each other, which makes it a little hard to work with them right now. I would say Coulter's more attached to Charlie than Charlie is to Coulter. When I take Charlie out to work with him, Coulter will scream, basically, and flip out and really wants Charlie to come back. Charlie, on the other hand, is really focused on what he's doing, doesn't seem to mind that Coulter's having a tantrum.